So if you win the championship, you win another Praga R1 Turbo. So yeah, that's a pretty good prize to get, and we'll obviously all be trying hard to get that.
It is all to play for, and with the prizes on offer as well, I think everyone wants it even more than they would otherwise.
We have to go out and act as if we are going to win every race. There's no other option.
They both go out at Coppet. Oh dear.
We've got to take the fight to Gordy and Jimmy, and certainly to the middle cars, and the way we want to do that is just to lead it from the front. On our day, I won't be beaten.
My name's Scott Mansell. I've been racing for most of my life now, actually. I started a business called Driver 61 5 or 6 years ago now that aims to train amateur racing drivers. And actually now we make media around Formula 1 and motorsport. So we're at Silverstone National on a test day, a week before I race with Jay at Donington Park. So this is my first test in the Praga. Jay's other driver is Ben Collins. I think he's racing in the States next weekend, so Mark gave me a call, asked me to jump in for Ben, and I thought I'd jump in there to cover the stick while he's away.
My name's Lewis Jay. I'm 18 years old. I've been racing since I was 7 years old, so 11 years now, and yeah, now I'm just here to try and take a step up from karting to cars, so I thought the Pragas would be the best way to make that jump.
So I'm Ruben Stanislaus, I'm 17 years old, almost 18, next week actually 18, and been karting ever since I was about 4 years old. That's it, so I'm racing with my teammate Lewis Apiaiju. We've been racing since about 6 years old in go-karts, so it's good to come into it as someone that I'm familiar with. Today's been a really good eye-opener to know what will come for next weekend. This is the first time I was out in the car for half an hour, so that's how long I should be out next weekend, which was a challenge.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's all just a learning experience for us because obviously we've never raced in these cars before, but hopefully we can show that we've got the pace and it'll be good preparation for next year. Hopefully we can get a seat and we'll see what happens.
Last in Goldie in June, so that's June, like the start of June, so it's been 2 months, over 2 months. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the championship, we're leading, which is nice, by I think it's 11 points-ish, something like that. But 11 points isn't too much in the Grand Scheme of Prague. That's the difference between about first and fourth, first or fifth. So still a lot to play for. We've got 4 rounds left.
It's getting close. It's getting exciting. A couple of rounds left to go, and there's a handful of points between top 3 cars, or top 4 maybe. So yeah, we're in the fight.
We're currently third in the 77 car. The way we look at it really is we're pretty much all back to zero, the first 5. I think any of the front 5 can win the championship as we sit now. So yeah, it's going to be 4 races at Donington Park to see who can do that.
Right now, it's impossible to know. I think by the end of this weekend, we'll have a better idea. We'll have narrowed down a little bit to 3 people, I'd expect, or from the 5. And it's really just trying to be in it for that, so that we're going into the last round with a good chance and just see what happens. It's anyone's game.
A very impressive series we have here this weekend. Stefano Lini on pole position in the number 11 University of Wolverhampton car. Number 87 Gordy Munch alongside him. Are they going to be unleashed this time? Waiting for the red lights to go out, and we're underway. Here we go then down towards the first corner. Super start there from the outside. I think that's the number 4 car of Rob Weldon trying to come through. They make their way into that first corner. Are they going to make it round Redgate corner okay for the first time? Yes, they are. It is Stefano Lini in number 11 who has held his lead. They drop down through the Craner curve. A fine sight they make. Pretty much looks like Ed Bridle. Number 84 is up into 4th place. Watch for Scott Mansell in the white and blue number 85 car. I said he wouldn't stay at the back long. He's already made up about 4 places there. Going to give up easily. Here they come down the straight side by side there. Oh, they bounce off each other slightly, and Weldon moves across on the 11.
Felt I definitely had pace to be able to get in front of Steph, so discretion at that point was a better part of valour.
You can see Lini is increasing his lead, and Axwant's curve, the 87 has got through. Gordy Much has got through into second place.
Yeah, not too bad. Just set the fastest sector 1. So yeah, looking good obviously in the lead.
Trainer comes there, the leader goes wide again. I'm wondering if there is some damage to the aero on that car because look, oh, he squeezes. Gordy Much, and they both go out. They both go out at Coppice. Oh dear. The leaders tangle coming into Coppice. The 11 car of Stefano Lini is in the gravel. The 87 of Much has rejoined.
Steph got stuck in the gravel, so we're out of the race unfortunately.
Now the safety car coming out, we're in the pit window, and that is probably going to mean everybody in. And, the number 77 car, I can tell you, has come into the pits. So possibly a problem for Scott Mittelby.
Had a little moment out of the old hairpin, back end came round once, it pushed us a little wide, and then about 5 laps later the push rod broke. Just been fixing that, just trying to go. Charles was driving it around with a not right part on it, just try and get it to the end.
Well, Jimmy Broadbent is currently in 5th place, I can tell you, because we are back under green flag racing. We seem to have lost the number 29 of Chippy Westmale. He hasn't come through.
Not so well. I think we had an issue in my stint, and unfortunately it just meant that I was very lucky to not keep the car out of the wall, let alone finish the race.
The car has bunched everybody up here. Jay Morton in second place. Look at the 87 of Broadbent having a look. He was going to send it down the inside of everybody, and the 4 car has gone wide. Has Ben Stone got a problem there? Yes, he's slowing down. Oh, what a disappointment.
Yeah, it's a shame because ultimately I think at worst we would have been second, and I think we would have had a decent shot for the win.
So 85 Jay Morton, I think that might be the first time he's led. It is who leads the way, and Broadbent up the outside into Coppice, side by side with newcomer Corey Alley, and in behind them is Chris Prydle. What a battle they've got going on here.
With the safety car, and I think I dropped it at the start, but then I gained them back, and then I think I got overtaken then at the very end, and they just dusted off into the sunset, and I just brought it home. I seen P3 on the board, so I was like, this is good enough, I'll take it home.
Inside goes the 87 of Jimmy Broadbent. He takes the lead going into Redgate. Broadbent leads it ahead of Jay Morton, and the battle is joined for third between Corey Allane and Chris Bridle. So into Redgate, Bridle up the inside. Jay Morton's left the gap there on the inside. He tries to keep his foot in. Pro driver Gordy Much, who started the race, and the sim racing superstar and YouTuber Jimmy Broadbent. Here he comes. The 87 Fanatec Praga will extend its championship lead. Gordy Much and Jimmy Broadbent take the win in our first race of the weekend for the Praga Cup. Well clear of the Bridles in second place. They're going to take their best ever finish.
Thank you, mate. Which is good, so really happy. Great race. Thought we could catch Jimmy, but he did an excellent job as he is doing at the moment. So he won with P2, so yeah, really happy. Can't beat that.
And in third position on his debut will be Corey Allane in the number 86, taken over from Alex Connor. Fourth place, it will be Jay Morton in the car started by Scott Mansell. Scott on his Praga debut.
Fantastic racing with the other pro drivers out on the track. So I really enjoyed it, and it was good to go up against some really quick quality drivers.
Place then Rod Goodman 5th. Lewis Aberge in the car started by Ruben Stanislaus takes 6th.
I mean, the plan originally was to just bring the car home, because obviously it's our first race in the Pragas. But yeah, it was a good result.
Where did you finish?
We finished 6th.
That's it, yeah. I'm happy with that. Tomorrow, I want a podium.
That's my best drive, I think, mate. Yes! Well done, mate. Nice one, Jim. Yeah, thank you, mate. Oh, that's the best drive so far, I think, mate.
Right, saying cars on the grid then for our second Praga Cup UK race of the weekend. It's number 11, University of Wolverhampton car on pole position. Shane Kelly will be driving solo in that car in this race. Underway then, it is Shane Kelly, number 11, in the University of Wolverhampton car. He leads 4 abreast. Look at this for third place. Charging up the inside is Charles Hall, the number 77, up into third behind Rod Goodman, who made a brilliant effort in qualifying this morning to take the front row. Moves into third. He's got Jimmy Broadbent behind him. That car repaired after it suffered a bit of damage to its suspension. Chris Bridle also trying to come through, battling with Dan Moore, the single-seater man in number 29 towards the back of the field. 7, Jimmy Broadbent. He's got ahead of Rod Goodman up into third place with Shane Kelly and Charles Hall already clearing off out in front. We heard in the interview pre-race about the prizes available for the championship this year. The winning team in the championship wins a Praga R1 race car. What a prize that is. As Ben Stone makes a move there on Rod Goodman through into 4th place at Redgate. Here are our leaders though, they've cleared off in front. These two nearly 5 seconds ahead of everybody else, Shane Kelly and Charles Hall. Has Jimmy Broadbent had a spin some? Yes, he's dropped back about 3 places, the 87. What happened there? So Broadbent, and yes, he had a spin coming out of the old hairpin. Yeah, there's the 87 car, a quick 360, nice recovery. There is Ben Stone. Running wide there, coming out of the chicane last time around, dropping him back a bit into 3rd. He's still ahead of Chris Bridle. Pit's open. There goes Chris Bridle, 4th place. A great weekend the Bridles have had, very consistent running. So we have our first pit caller, Dan Gore has come in, number 29. He'll hand over to Chippy Westmail. There is the 29.
Yeah, we made a good break at the start. Tried to go with the pro car of, I think it's Stacey now. I managed to get away with him, and I think we kept it clean. So I think I've done my bit. I think this, hopefully Scott will have a good run. I'm absolutely knackered.
Something wrong with the rear left corner, don't know what it was. Every time I went into the old hairpin, I nearly spun, and then I did. Had a massive high-speed spin, kept it running, rolled through, lost a couple of places, but car never felt the same after that. So hoping that it isn't too bad for Gordy, but yeah, very frustrating.
It's Rob Weldon, the number 4. Shane Kelly continues to pound round in the lead in the University of Wolverhampton run car. 9 seconds ahead now of Charles Hall. Ed Bridle's opportunity, pulls to the outside. Two Pragas side by side, headlights a flare. Connor's got the inside for the chicane and he holds 4th place. Good strap going on between these two.
But then once I got going, I got into the rhythm. I think we came in about 3rd, so happy with that. And then yeah, Ed's in about 5th now. We had success penalty from the finishing 2nd yesterday. So always do be on the back foot, but hopefully we can get some good points. And Ed's going well at the moment, so yeah, see what happens.
Oh, and who's that that's gone up? That's the number 4, and he charges straight across the gravel. It's lucky there were no other cars coming through there out of the old hairpin.
It's a shame we kind of had the pace in that one. I was closing on Scott quite easily. I think with the time remaining and the pace advantage I had, fairly sure we would have won that. Because that's ultimately potentially cost us our championship.
Well, that's going to put Shane Kelly up into 2nd place in the number 11.
Yeah, still pushing for the win. Obviously, you don't want to take any big risks. 2nd place is still mega for the championship.
There's the leader, number 77 of Scott Vittel. Ed Bridle's ready to make a move. He's got the headlights on in the mirrors of Ruben Stanislaus. Centre Redgate, he's going through. Ed Bridle goes through up into 3rd place. Two Idola Motorsport cars fighting among themselves for 3rd. Gap is now 14.36 between Vittel and Kelly. Time's about the same that time through. There is Shane Kelly. Here he comes down towards the chicane for the final time. It's going to be win number 3 of the season for Charles Hall and Scott Vittel in the Praga Cup UK. There's the checkered flag. The 77 car wins it. Shane Kelly in the University of Wolverhampton car driving solo today, who will come through to take 2nd place. 10.65 seconds the eventual gap, and it's going to be the Bridle twins in 3rd. About 7 seconds ahead of Gordy Munch, who's got through for 4th in the number 87. There is Goldie, the number 87 car.
But it's just come together now. So yeah, we were saying like yesterday, we just got to regroup, Central Alt delete after everything was going wrong, and yeah, just that race came. When you win, it actually feels easy.
But back in the right direction.
Yeah, so. we need a bit of luck. Still tough. We're with a chance, but we'll just take the one race by race as it comes at the minute, because you never know what's going to happen. Literally could go down to the wire, but we needed that just for the morale and everything. It feels good.
Yeah, it's like I said to everyone, and I love the rhythm around here. I've said this before, and it's my track in a way, and that's what's in my head. So I just really proud to get a podium for the guys really, and you know they've done everything right since Wednesday really, and or you know right through the summer. With students don't have to come into university in the summer, but they do.
After the season we've had so far, if you told me double podium, I'd been so happy. Back in the championship fight, I think. So yeah, really happy with that. Again, as we said at Silverstone last week, points mean prizes. So yeah, really happy with that.
But we still leave this round heading into the next with an extended lead in the championship. So as disappointed as we are with race 2, we have achieved our goals this weekend.